How much is your IQ? Mine is high. I think 110.
Welcome back to Supernova Traveler. If you are new, thank you for joining our Travel Around the World family. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are returning, thank you for your support and share my channel and continue your journey. Today we review 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 7, You So Bad Boy. I'm going to let you know right now, the only couples that I like are tarik&Hazel and Jovi&yara. Everyone else can pretty much kick bricks for all I care. But let's get into this drama this episode. We catch up with Yara and she is meeting up with Jovi's mom for coffee. Jovi's mom brings her sister as backup to pretty much assess Yara. And she turns the conversation to having a wedding reception once again.
We have to do something.
Which Yara does not want, and of course she gets a bit annoyed.
I already told her that I don't want a wedding party without my family included.
We then find out that Yara was engaged to someone else 4 months before she met Jovi. What we don't know is if she traded up for Jovi or if the relationship ended prior to meeting Jovi. There is no way to tell without further conversation because Yara is right. That is life. No need to make speculation. I honestly don't think it's a big deal to want a better life as long as you and your partner treat each other with love and respect and the true intention is to be supportive.
We don't need to do the whole big wedding. Let's call it a gathering instead of a...
Yara is wandering around looking lonely and she says she has been feeling sick and her friend brings up the fact that she may be pregnant, which is scary because Yara is not sure if she wants to marry Jovi and stay in the United States because New Orleans is not where she sees her life. Okay, that's it. Next couple. Let's move on to Brandon and Julia. We rejoin the couple at the farm and it looks like Brandon's parents are leaving for the night. So when the parents are away, Julia and Brandon decide to play. They jump into the hot tub to have a steamy night, but the next day, Betty is not having it. Honestly, she must have jumped out that car and the hot tub was the first thing she checked.
We have rules in the hot tub, and we were really not happy.
What's wrong?
It's a little cloudy. Cloudy's not good. Did you guys wear clothes in the hot tub?
No.
As Betty complains that the hot tub water is a little cloudy, Julia is like confused because she's getting mixed signals. So it's okay for her and Brandon to get into the hot tub naked, but it's not okay for them to sleep in the same room. And she's trying to figure out what's the difference.
We use this for therapy, not entertainment. Stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
So moving on in Brandon and Julia's segment, Betty and Ron have a conversation about how the chores on the farm have not been delegated evenly.
We've got to take care of her as well as him. She can't work right now. She's not bringing any income in.
So here's my view. Julia didn't sign up for farm life, and it's not really her and Brandon's job to live the dreams of Betty and Ron. But Ron is completely correct.
The reality is while you're here and while you're eating and while you stay warm, you got to do something because we can't do it all.
Until they leave and get their own place, Brandon should be helping out on the farm. Now, it would be great if Julia helped out, but she should not be held to the standards that she must because she never agreed that's what she wanted. And Brandon brought her over here. Brandon and Julia sit down with his parents to talk about how they need to help on the farm more, and Julia is over it, and she finally says what I've been saying all along.
I come here marry your son, not live here and take care of your stuff.
Brandon, as usual during the conversation, is making excuses and not just standing up for himself and telling the truth. If Julia is saying she is not a morning person, Brandon can go help his parents, and around 1-2 p.m. he can make Julia some tea and bread.
Duh.
So don't lie to your parents. Just tell them you don't want to work on the farm and go find your own place.
I love the farm, but it was never my dream. Julia is my dream, and since I met Julia...
So the following morning, Julia makes an effort to help with the farm, since she promised Brandon the evening before.
I want to go off and search for what will make us happy.
And Betty being so vindictive, saying that Julia doesn't have time to have a cup of tea because she woke up late.
Not hard.
Would you like a cup of tea before you go outside?
I think it's too late for that. We got to get going. Sorry.
So it's as if Betty is trying to make life for Julia as difficult as possible. Betty is just jealous. She is jealous that her son has decided to get married, and she's really jealous that he's no longer wanting to do the things that she wants to do. And she needs to ring that in, because it is not an attractive on any woman, young or old. Our next couple, Rebecca and Zeid, they finally make it back to the apartment, and she is so nervous about what Zeid thinks. But he probably like, oh, okay, it's the same as Tunisia. She could at least got the bed together. Like Rebecca, really? They wake up the next morning, and Zeid is alone, and he calls his mom because he made a promise to call her every morning.
Rebecca إني تقف معايا واقفة معايا بس ما فيش حد بيقدر يعوض مكان أمي يعني.
Rebecca comes home from work and finds Zeid is missing his family a lot. Zeid discusses the possibility that he would like to visit his family in 6 months during the summer. And Rebecca gives him the bad news that he might not be able to visit them in that amount of time. It might take a year. He hadn't realized that with doing the fiancé visa that he would not be able to travel back home for a whole year. He seems genuinely sad about not being with his family. I don't think Zeid knew the adventure he was signing up for, but anytime you move anywhere, even if you're traveling for 5 days, it takes a few days to actually adjust. So I think Zeid will be fine eventually. Now, the relationship? No. Alright, on to our next couple, Mike and the delusional Natalie. Natalie really got her panties in a twist. She really worried about this ring. What about talking about the reason why you don't have the ring with Mike?
How can I say I love you? We had so much fights.
Even when we see them later on in the episode talking about the ring and her looking for it with Mike, she glosses over the actual issue.
Got no ring here. No ring here.
Of why she threw the ring back at her. Anywho, she literally starts searching the whole house for the ring.
It's a security safe. I think it's in the safe, but I don't have a key. I mean, I cannot open it.
Natalie, please, tell me what is the plan once you find the ring? You gonna put it on your finger, flutter your big eyes, and pretend nothing never happened and it was always on the finger? Natalie talks to producers and literally states that the ring means that Mike still loves her and security in her relationship. So Natalie, how exactly do you think Mike felt when you told him you did not love him while wearing the ring he brought and gave to you? Natalie has a trash personality. Anywho, later on in the episode, Mike comes home from work and Natalie is already being annoying.
Let's put on steam. I don't want you to fry it.
Oh my God.
He's saying that he wants to make stir fry. She's saying that she doesn't want him to have any fried food.
I want you to cook on the steam because it's more healthier.
I'm gonna stir fry it.
And now it's like this tension in the room because Natalie's trying to control him and his diet. But honestly, guys, when I have a disagreement with words with a foreigner, I just Google it. Because sometimes you have something, you say something, and they honestly don't know what it is. Like, there is so many video and pics out there. No need to get frustrated and misconstrued information. But I definitely can see how Natalie can be annoying.
I'll cook it with water.
Water?
Sure. I don't want to kiss right now.
Why?
Natalie, a little olive oil or avocado oil or sesame oil never hurt anybody to stir fry a little bit of rice in it. And if you should know, they are considered healthy fats. And girls, just because you're cute doesn't mean men will put up with you.
I was looking for ring today.
Did you find the ring?
It's in the safe.
Nope.
No?
Like, Mike refused to give her a hug and a kiss after he agrees with her to shut her up. And she starts talking down to Mike like this Russian woman is vicious. She practically calls him low class, then says she is scared of him because he is drunk after one beer. She just keeps using words like daggers, and she wants a ring back? Isn't that the reason why you threw the ring at him? Because you kept on arguing so you couldn't say that you loved him? Natalie keeps talking about respect, but since I've been watching the show, I feel like she is the most disrespectful and overly demanding, and the way she behaved in that kitchen as if Mike would have hit her or abused her in some way was just disgusting.
Have you ever been to museums at least once?
Museums? Been to the Louvre with you?
I took you there.
In her interview with producers, she tries to cry and say how alone she is. Sweetheart, you can catch a plane anytime back home. Natalie really has a poor personality and thinks that 110 IQ is top notch. How about your IQ let a supposed low-class dick between your legs and you followed him home to his trailer in the woods? I guess that IQ is magic. Sadly, you don't have good people skills. It's okay to be a strong woman, but you have to learn how to be tactful. I like how she skipped over Mike's question about what makes her high class, because I really want to know myself. Natalie doesn't deserve that ring back, but I'm done talking about them. Let's move on to Tarik and Hazel. Tarik and Hazel go out to visit Virginia Beach, and Tarik is repping the relationship real hard with that chain around his neck. I'm not hating, I'm loving it. They start to talk about how Hazel's acclimating to the US, and she starts to talk about the next girlfriend. Then Tarik starts talking about how America has all these different types of women, and I start thinking like, well, if we have all these different types of women from around the world, why you had to go to the Philippines to find a wife? You could have found a Filipino wife or Thai wife in the US. So what's that about, Tarik? Anywho, we get some more information from Hazel about why she wanted to end things with their Thai lover Minty, which is that Minty and Tarik would speak in Thai, a language that Hazel does not understand, and Hazel thought Minty was trying to steal her man and her chance to get to the United States.
This is a different situation.
No, because I saw on your phone you still message Mandy.
We then find out that Hazel searched through Tarik's phone and the conversation of trust issues in regards to Tarik's loyalty to the relationship.
Why you didn't tell me first? That's the thing that I don't like.
He basically promises not to talk to Minty again after giving Hazel excuses about COVID made him do it. So we will see how this journey continues in the next few episodes.
I was going to tell you. It's just that this virus thing happened.
Oh, because of virus. Wow, think virus.
Andrew is supposedly moping around his beautiful resort and worrying about Amira and that fat burger in front of him. He drops some more soap opera lines.
The most difficult part about all this is the uncertainty of the future.
Back in his room, we find out that Amira is okay, but she has been deported back to France and is currently awaiting a flight to Amsterdam. Amira is a lovely woman because I think I would have still been too upset to even text Andrew. I would have just read the messages, let him know that I read them, and ignored him.
We don't know anything. It's not okay. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to go through that. Nobody.
We revisit the story of Andrew and Amira, and we get to finally see Amira and inquire about her traumatizing experience. Amira basically states that she spoke with Andrew to let him know she was alive, but he never texted her to check if she made it to Europe okay, or if she had a hotel or somewhere to stay. She then goes on to explain how she never wanted to go to Mexico, but Andrew emotionally blackmailed her to...
He didn't message me again to ask if I landed or if I made it to the hotel or anything.
By stating if she did not come, he would resent her forever. She explains her experience in the detention center, and it really broke her down emotionally.
I had no dignity anymore. I had no dignity.
I honestly could not imagine being in a jail cell-like environment and no one actually telling me why I was there, or why they couldn't put me into a hotel, or maybe a little hostel, but somewhere nice. Like to have nailed down beds and no toilet paper in a cold place. She's not a criminal for her to be treated that way. All that she went through, she's still wondering if Andrew understands that she needs time. Girl, leave Andrew.
For him, like he doesn't see any actions from my part, and that if I don't want to see him, it's because I don't love him.
There are way better men in the US and other countries to be focused on this fool. Okay? Well, guys, that is all for 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 7. I don't want to watch Andrew and Amira anymore. Like, I like Amira, but Andrew is just... ugh. Please comment, like, and subscribe. See you guys later.